Hello everybody. Today we are going to introduce the virtual lab. How to use virtual lab in this pandemic situation. For teacher and student, it is very essential to learn about this virtual lab because nowadays due to this pandemic situations, the colleges and schools are closed, and for this reason the lab experiments are not performed by the students as well as the teachers can't be able to teach. So from MHRD they have invented one virtual lab website. From this website the student and teacher can accustomed with this virtual lab to do the lab experiments and the different types of simulation without going to the college or schools. So now we will see that how to do this virtual lab and how the simulation will be worked. Okay. Okay, first of all we will type the virtual lab in the Google. Okay, now this is the virtual lab website where we can see that this is an initiative of Ministry of Human Resource Development under the National Mission on Education through ICT. Okay, now we can see these are the broad areas of virtual labs. First of all, electronics and communications, then computer science, electrical, mechanical and chemical. Today we will learn about some digital lab experiment. So this will be available in the electronics and communication department. That's why we have selected this, and now uh, we can see that the digital electronics lab. Okay, now we can see the list of experiments. Okay, first of all you can see this that introduction, objective, list of experiments, target audience, course alignment, etc. Okay, first of all we can see the list of experiments where we can see first of all verification and interpretation of truth table, different logic gates, and or not, NAND, etc. After that, construction of half or full adder using XOR and NAND gate, then subtractor. Basically what we are doing in the digital lab in our computer science or electronics department, in our basically this is in our fourth sem. Basically this is the this is the third sem of computer science, and in digital lab in the form of some logic gates and multiplexer, to know about the how to get the accustomed with the gates ICs. Okay. Okay, first of all suppose we will start with the some logic gate, mainly the basic gates. One is AND gate, so we are selecting this. Okay. Okay, here you can see that aim is to verify and interpret the logic and truth table for AND or not. We will do this AND and XOR because ultimately we will do the half adder. That's why we need AND XOR gate. Okay. We select the simulation part. Now you have to scroll and we can see AND gate. Okay, now we are doing the zoom out to view the total screen, total drawing, and here we can see one is simulator 1 and second one is simulator 2. Okay, first of all, in simulator 2 we can see the logical diagram of AND gate. A, B, because this is the 2 input AND gate, A, B, out. So in A we can give 1, in B we can give 1, and in out we can give 1, because we know that in the AND gate only if both the inputs are 1, then only the output will be 1. So we are giving this and we will check, and this is correct. Okay, but in simulator 1 we can see that the inside the black box, inside this logic diagram, we can see the exact circuit inside the AND gate. So this is the circuit where we have to connect this battery. First of all, this is connected, is showing, and then switch 1 we have to connect because the battery is connected with the switch 1. So this is connected. Then we are selecting switch 2 and switch 3. So as we know that in the AND gate both the switch have to be 1 to get the output 1. That's why the switch 2 and switch 3 we on these two circuits, two switches, and we get the output 1 because the bulb is glowing. Okay, and I think it is clear to you. Okay, if we off one switch, then we can see that bulb is not glowing, because in AND gate 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0, only in the 1 1 the output will be 1. That's why the here only if switch 2 and 3 will be on, then only the output will be on. Okay, then after that we will see the XOR gate. In XOR gate also, in simulator 2 we can see that as in the truth table of XOR gate, only if the both input will be same, then the output will be 0. Okay, we are checking this. If 1, then B is 1, output is 0, check, correct. If we are giving B to B 0, then the output will be 1, correct. If here we are typing 0, then we can check that it will be incorrect. Okay, clear? Now in simulator 1 we have to first do the power on. Okay, now we can see that the 5 voltage is supplying to all the wires. First of all, switch 1, switch 2. Here we are doing the switch 1 to 1. We can see the bulb is glowing. Why? Because only one input is 1 among 2 input. If we are doing 2 inputs 1, then we can see the bulb is not glowing. Okay, clear? Then we can see that it satisfies the truth table. Okay, now we will do the half adder. Here we can see that we can select the simulation, and then We have to scroll, and I have selected the half adder. Okay, first of all, in simulator 2 we can see this is the black box of half adder. Okay, if we want to see the actual circuit, in circuit we select, and then we can see there is one XOR and one AND gate. Here S means sum and the C means carry. So from XOR gate sum indicates, and from AND gate carry indicates. So we can think this that the sum will treat like XOR, and the carry will indicate as AND. Okay, so here we can give 1 1, then we can see in sum it will be 0 because sum will act like XOR gate. So if the both inputs are same, so output will be 0, but carry here acts like a AND gate. So if both inputs are 1, then the output will be 1. So now check. Yes, this is correct. And if the inputs are 1 0, then sum will be 1 and the carry will be 0. See, this is correct. But here if we replace this 1 to 0, then we can check that this is incorrect. Clear? Okay, now in simulator 1 we can see that 7486, which is the XOR gate, and 7408, which is the AND gate. Okay. Okay, first of all we have to on the supply. Now 5 voltage has been supplied to the 7486 as well as 7408. Here we have shown this because we thought that you have the knowledge about the basic gate, because here this is the IC configuration. Okay, 7 number pin is the ground and the pin number 14 is the VCC for all ICs. But the input output can be changed, may be changed as the rules, because in the IC diagram, which is already declared by the IC vendor or IC designer, we have to put the where like that. We can't do with our which we have thought that okay, I will give to input in 3, pin number 3. No, this is not correct. This will act like wrong result. Okay, so we have to obey the rules of digital lab. Okay, first of all, here in the input A we are giving 1. So here we can see that as one input is 1 and second input is 0, so the LED of sum is glowing, but LED of carry is not glowing. Okay, then if we on both the inputs, then carry the LED of carry is glowing, but sum is not glowing. So we can see that here we can add this also. Okay, now see, we can add this when we are changing the input as well as it has been changed to the output also, and we can add this button, add button, then the truth table will be added. Okay, you have the knowledge about the truth table because here truth table has not been given. So you have to get the knowledge about the truth table first from the Google or from any book. After that you can do this virtual lab with all the experiments of digital lab. Okay, then we are giving both 0. No, here 1. This is both 0. So if both the inputs are 0, then sum and carry both are 0, because for AND gate 0 0 0 and for XOR gate also 0 0 0. So the both outputs are off. Only in this situation the both outputs are off. Otherwise it contrasts. Okay. Okay, then now we can see that we have given already 1 1 0 1 0 0. Only 1 0 is left, so 1 0. Now we can see that sum is glowing but carry is not glowing, because in 1 0 means XOR acts, not AND.